Greetings, everybody out there in internet land, whatever day and time of day it may be for you. Welcome to SJU. I am Emma Fyffe, as I have always been, still wearing this green jumpsuit. I don't know how many days in a row you've seen it, because I didn't bring extra changes of clothes. Today we are going to be talking about surprise celebrity debuts in their youths. Celebrities who you may not have known were in certain films in their younger years, long before they were famous. But before we get into that, allow me to introduce my panel. We have got the one and only, the real EG in the house.
Oh, no. It's stuck.
Oh my God, it's stuck.
It's stuck. Or it's the first time that you're hearing it, and sorry to Roxy for co-opting that.
Okay, it's okay. Maybe we'd call the other one Egg. And
Egg?
just be EG.
That's terrible. Don't do that to Eric. Don't do that to Eric. Please don't do that to
No,
Eric.
eggs cool. Eggs are dope.
Yeah, I love eggs.
I like scrambled.
I just had an egg in my salad. I love eggs.
Put it on a burger.
Cool.
Yeah.
Put it on a pizza. You got cheesy blasters. What are we doing?
Go to parties at Jay
You
Gatsby's
need it
house
for crepes,
in the West Egg.
cookies.
Next to EG, we've got Ms. Roxy Striar.
Egg eater herself.
Get away from me. Get away from me then. What are you doing?
Yeah,
It's true.
You're not egg, you're EG.
Right, but Eric Goldman somewhere out there is feeling very threatened by Roxy.
Coming for you, Egg.
And someone who's yet to weigh in on his opinion on eggs, Joe Starr.
I don't know what to do. Just in general right now.
You don't know what to do.
Life right now, I don't know, man.
Yeah,
Hey.
it's a weird time for everybody.
How many times today have you guys, because I keep doing this, I just go,
You're just looking around.
I'm just like, I don't know what I'm looking for. I'm just like, okay.
Yeah.
So I
today.
appreciate every moment. And Emma, I feel you on the wardrobe situation. I have rolled up my sleeves. This is a
Yeah.
new look. Arm hair is the new move.
I could roll
Thought you were a
down my
different man.
I can make it a more of like a long sleeve.
What's challenging though is like you are in a black long sleeve shirt. You are in a bright green
Yes.
jumpsuit. I mean, this could be like an
You
any
do look
day.
like the exciting female character they added to Mario.
I work on a spaceship, but in like an anime.
It's a me, Fyffe.
It's a me, Emma Fyffe. Okay, well let's get into today's topic, which is celebrities who appeared in films before they were famous that you may not have known about. So I'm at a little bit of an advantage here because the main list that we are drawing from comes from the website ranker.com. And if any of you are Snapchat aficionados, you may have seen the series Rankworthy, for which I provide the voice. So today we're counting down the top 8 celebrities you may not have known appeared in films before they were famous.
It's like I'm there. It's like I'm there in the booth with you.
Really good.
Thank you.
So I'm gonna now take it as like the largest compliment that anybody ever thinks that I am you.
Oh, Roxy, I
really
appreciate
good,
that. I
yeah.
really enjoy your work on everything you do for all the VO stuff you do for Screen Junkies.
We should trade off lines sometimes and see if they notice.
That it's different people
Yeah.
talking. Yeah, close your eyes and try to determine if it's Roxy or me.
Or me.
Yep, Joe also could possibly be Roxy or me. That's
What are we doing?
I don't.
Are you church and steepling it over
I
there?
don't know.
Always blue. Always blue. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing.
All right.
Egg.
Yeah. This is me.
First up on the list, we have got Elijah Wood, who was in Back to the Future.
This I never remember. At all.
Yeah.
At all. Look, there's that
He's
sweet
so
little boy.
fresh. Look at his little hat, his little 2015 future hat. Joe, were you wearing that same hat in 2015?
Yes. No,
Is it a visor?
Unclear, because it's like a colander. It's got like holes in it.
Yes.
Oh my God, colander. That's what Grandma used to call collider because she couldn't say it. Rest in
That's just
peace
as
to
precious as
Collider.
Elijah Wood wearing a colander.
I
on
loved
his head.
colander movie talk.
Yeah, that is something that if I saw that picture and you hadn't just told me who it was, I would not have known. Like,
Yeah.
Really? Because I don't think he looks any different
I
now.
was gonna say.
really,
He's like a 40-year-old man and he still looks like
Yeah,
that.
genuinely, he still looks just like
no.
that.
When you say it, I see it.
Right.
Okay.
See something, say something.
Yes.
But
Terrorism and Elijah Wood.
right.
Absolutely. Those two
But when
things.
I look at his face, he looks like Topher Grace.
Okay, I see it.
I see a little Topher
Yeah,
face.
I see
I'll
it.
give you that.
Topher face. He looks like
face.
Topher face.
Topher face, my Topher face.
And who's the one behind him?
I was curious too. I was
No, but
wondering who the
that's
other
what I
kid
was thinking about the whole time.
Mark
It's like
Wahlberg.
It's all,
I mean,
all of
it
these.
could be.
Oh my God.
It's Marky Mark.
No, whoever this kid is, he has auditioned for the same thing Elijah Wood auditioned for every role after and had lost them all to Elijah Wood. Like this kid, now an adult, hates Elijah Wood so much. He auditioned for Frodo, lost it. He auditioned for North, lost it.
I want his name. Maybe he's like George.
Just name him, Roxy.
George Glass.
The power is yours.
Yeah.
George Glass hates Elijah Wood so much.
No, but I always wondered about those people who there are people who come in young and keep being actors, and there's people who come in young and go, you know what?
I'm out.
I'm going to be a marine biologist.
Yeah.
And I always like those people. For some
You
reason.
like the other people, the
Yeah.
marine biologists?
Yeah, because
Or
they're
the
doing
people
something.
that take a big break, you know what I mean? Like a Jodie Foster or something who was a child actor and then like took a break and went to college and then came back into acting.
Yeah.
I hear what you're saying about doing things, but I wanted Shirley Temple to be performing. I mean, she wasn't in a movie for the last 40 years of her life or
Yeah.
something, and that's her prerogative totally.
Such a great activist, though. She did a lot of really good work.
100%, and I'm not trying to take that away, but
Right.
Drew Barrymore, she's one of my favorite performers. She's been doing the damn thing for a really long time. I like to see how people evolve and change.
Since she was an egg.
If you will.
This guy. No, but you know what? I have gotten out of peaking early by just never peaking.
Yeah, I feel that.
You know what I mean? I just suck for life. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have to look back and be like, Uncle Rico, I could throw the football over those mountains. I never had any glory days. They all sucked.
I think you're amazing.
Oh, thanks.
I mean it.
All right. Well, since Roxy said that she was certain that she could tell it was Elijah Wood because I said that it was him, we're going to take a slightly different approach. And I'm just going to say the film title and we'll bring up the image and then you can guess who it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. The next title on our list is A Nightmare on Elm Street. And who is the actor who was in that film? Wait for it. Here it comes. Jonathan's shaking his head.
Well, I don't know if Jonathan knows which one to.
Okay. Maybe my.
Label it by actor. Sorry.
Oh, you labeled it by actor. Gosh darn it.
I'll close my ears.
That's all right, Ryan. Okay,
We're ready.
Jonathan got it. He got it.
Okay.
Okay, here it goes.
Okay.
Roxy, who is it?
Roxy, who is that?
Who is it?
Johnny Depp?
Yeah. One of the.
Three scarfs.
Yeah, and an iconic death scene too in A Nightmare on Elm Street. This was his film debut.
I like his eyebrows better here.
Yeah, his brows are really on fleek, as the kids
I like
say.
a good sexy brow.
Yeah.
Like the full brow.
It was the 80s. A full brow was kind of in,
Yeah,
I feel like.
Yeah, it seems like it went out in the late 80s and then came back in the 90s with a vengeance. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And then it's lasted.
And then
until
late
tonight,
90s,
you know.
the brows just went further and further and
Yeah.
further away.
Why
Yeah.
did nobody tell me when I was young to stop over plucking? You guys really screwed me.
My mom did tell me. My mom basically was like, don't touch your eyebrows. And I thank her for it
They're
to
really
this very
good.
day.
You got good brows. I
Yeah.
overplucked. That pencil comes in handy.
Yeah, very nice eyebrows.
They're drawn on.
She shakes her head like an Etch-a-Sketch.
Yeah.
Well, one thing I think, maybe this is an apocryphal story, maybe it's not, but I heard that Johnny Depp actually just palled around with a friend who went to that who went to the audition.
Yeah, I feel like I've heard this too.
Yeah, and that he was just there, just sort of saying that, would you like the audition too? I'll give it a go. And then he just did the like Jumanji smolder, you know.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden they were like, Jesus, this kid.
Can you guys picture Johnny Depp, like little Johnny Depp having friends? Like I picture him as like a pirate as a kid.
Yeah.
And like friends come up and him be like, "Arr."
See, I
I
picture.
feel like he had one or two really good friends who just got him, but
They saw him.
He was but he was definitely a weird kid.
My default Johnny Depp, no matter the age, is always Crybaby. And so when I picture Johnny Depp, I just picture this like tiny greaser.
Yeah.
Like same hair, same white undershirt, but
that's
just
your default?
5. Yeah, I don't know why.
What's
but
your guys' default?
young Johnny Depp?
When I was a little baby kid, I was introduced to 21 Jump Street. So I always hear the theme song and I see him.
Yeah.
He's Trigger
Good call.
Street.
My default young Johnny Depp is Nightmare on Elm Street.
Really?
Oh yeah, I love the Nightmare series, and again, like his death in this movie is crazy. He's also Nancy, the main character's boyfriend, and Nancy's such a great character that I remember him from this film. Yeah. All right, moving on. Well, I would say this and a dash of Edward Scissorhands. I gotta give a little shout out to
No
that.
chocolate.
And I'll give a little shout out to Crybaby as well. I saw Crybaby in the movie theater. I did not understand the 50s, nor greaser culture,
Totally.
nor a deconstruction thereof. I did not understand. It's like watching somebody do a parody of something you're not familiar with at all.
Yeah.
So it was the weirdest damn movie I ever saw. Like it was so strange.
All right. The next title on our list is Fast Times at Ridgemont High. And who do we have as the actor there?
Oh, I read this one. Otherwise, I wouldn't know. Somebody else guess. You guys know?
Andy Samberg on the left.
No. Do you know when Fast Times at Ridgemont High came out? Is Andy Samberg a vampire?
He might be. You don't know.
Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
Nick Cage.
Yeah.
I think that it was when I was watching Fast Times at Ridgemont High for the first time when I was in college. I first noticed him in there's a scene where they're at a sporting event. I think it's football, and he's sitting in the bleachers, and I was like,
Was that?
was that Nick Cage? Yep.
What I like about young Nick Cage stuff was I think a lot of actors take some time to get to their weird period, and out the gate, Nick Cage was just I feel like at some point we were like, oh, not the bees, that's Nick Cage, but out the gate, he was so weird. It wasn't the vampire movie where he just plays the hitchhiker, and it's one scene, and then the name escapes me, but he's just crazy, out the gate. He's nuts.
I know the movie you're talking about.
Doesn't he eat a roach in there?
I think so,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah, I think he actually ate a roach.
But even in Fast Times, it's not like you just see the person and they're not their full avatar that they're going to become yet.
Right.
Nick Cage, I think, was just born being hey, and I love him for it.
Yeah. Yep.
Nick Cage and Keanu Reeves, I feel are both that exact way, where they just have steadily stayed themselves for many, many years.
Yes. Very opposite ends of the spectrum of what that means, but absolutely.
Very opposite.
Absolutely.
Yep. All right, moving on to our next film, and this one has 2 actors in it. We are talking about Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the film, not the TV series.
This one I had not.
Who do we have? Who do we have here? All right.
The Karate Kid.
The Karate Kid. I mean,
we have the Karate
next
Kid.
Karate Kid.
The Karate Kid and Good Will Hunting's bum-ass friend who sucks.
It's funny, actually, after having seen The Way Back, it's funny to look at Affleck like
I
this.
know.
Dude, that's the headcanon now. That was him when he was an early high school star.
Yeah, that
in
is-
the Buffy town, and then he
that's
started
awesome.
doing drugs
Yeah.
and has to have the team
It
raise
wasn't
it.
That's awesome.
drugs as much as alcohol, which is
yeah.
a drug, I guess.
It
so
is,
fine.
Yeah.
Swank, I forgot
Fine.
completely in this.
I actually remember Hilary Swank in it because she has more interactions with Christy Swanson.
Yeah.
She's one of her friends.
I think because for me, even if she's the lead, Hilary Swank is an actress where I'm always pleasantly surprised to see Hilary Swank.
Sure,
Where I
yeah.
go, oh hey,
Yeah.
Hilary Swank's in this, and so I don't know why.
I feel the same way about her, actually. But at the same time, I don't know that I could name 5 Hilary Swank movies right now.
I probably can't either.
Yeah.
$1 Million Baby, Next Karate Kid,
Yep.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Did you say Karate Kid already? I was just joking.
Now I remember Affleck for me isn't Buffy the
Karate
Vampire
Kid.
Slayer. It's the Karate Kid. Ben Affleck for me is Voyage of the Mimi. Did you guys watch that when you
I
were in
don't think
school?
so, no.
Okay, Voyage of the Mimi. He actually talked. Did you see that Kimmel
Voyage?
interview that he just did? So
Can you say the name of it?
Voyage of the Mimi. So Affleck. So he just did this Kimmel interview where if you want to look for it, look it up. Just type in Ben Affleck, Adam Driver, because at the end of it, he tells this really nice story about Adam Driver. But the first half is talking about early stories with Matt Damon and them growing up as actors in Boston together because they've known each other since they were eggs. And And he talks about how he got this like educational show, and Matt Damon was like furious. Like he was very jealous and like real pissy about it. And so like after he got that, like he showed up to audition for a school play, and Matt Damon, according to him, Matt Damon like sauntered up to him and was like, "This is the theater, not TV like you're used to."
Oh, wow.
So that's a story he told on Kimmel. But Voyage of the Mimi was this show we watched in like science class, where it was like about marine biology, and you had it was like, yeah, it was like 4% story and then 96% science facts. But Ben Affleck, as like a 10-year-old boy, was like the kid that would
funny.
like lived on the Mimi and like learned about dolphins.
Yeah, I feel like I have no awareness of Ben Affleck pre Good Will Hunting. Like,
me neither.
Like
yeah.
after the fact, I noticed that he was in stuff before that. But yeah, as far as my introduction to him, it was definitely Good Will Hunting.
Yeah, no.
And it was like peripherally Good Will Hunting because I think I was too young to watch Good Will Hunting when it came out.
No, mine was days that our science teacher was too hungover to teach. We would we'd watch Voyage of the Mimi.
Yeah, well, Voyage of the Mimi sounds like trying to explain a meme to your grandma.
A Voyage of the Meme.
You know what I
Like a
mean?
graph.
It's like, oh
This
god,
is the voyage.
this is the voyage that it takes all through the internet, and it's not a meme, it's a meme.
Oh my God. Grammy calls Instagram stories quickies, and she called me and said, Sky's doing a quickie with Julia's boyfriend on the roof. I was like,
Okay, Grammy.
I was like, don't tell anybody else that, Grammy.
Thank you so much.
She's not doing a quickie with her best friend's boyfriend.
Oh boy.
The Mimi.
I know that's another education. Like I know Louis Gossett Jr. from an educational thing called Straight Up, where he plays a weird magical character that has a fate elevator that he rides people on so they can see what happens if they do drugs or smoke cigarettes.
Oh, dare.
Oh wow,
Which you
yeah.
can find on YouTube. Very well worth your time.
I know him from Iron Eagle.
This I went straight up Iron Eagle. Like I just got there's two kinds of people.
Yep.
Like you either went Iron Eagle or just not straight up ever at all. I went to the tangential universe of Say No to Drugs, Louis Gossett.
All right, the next title on our list is Remember the Titans. We're looking at two actors once again. Here they are. Oh,
look at Baby Goose.
I remember this
so
very
cute.
well.
That's Baby Goose.
I know.
By the way, as rated as this movie is, it is an underrated movie.
I love Remember the
As rated
Titans.
as it is,
Yep.
it is one of the greats.
Yep.
Ryan Gosling for sure got hotter with age. Good
Yeah,
for
he
him.
has aged well.
Not that he's not cute here, but I'm just
No.
saying, like, that he became like this Hollywood heartthrob. Like, I don't know that seeing this movie, we thought that was going to be the case.
Right.
Yeah, you're like, oh, he's the cute little blonde boy.
He's like a little. He's somewhere between Owen and Luke Wilson in this picture.
Who was the guy that played Sunshine? Do you guys remember?
Oh yeah.
Sunshine?
The pretty one with the curly blonde hair.
That guy was like what you thought was going to be the Ryan
That
Gosling.
guy's gonna be in
Yeah,
the
for sure.
Yeah. I always wonder about those. Have you ever seen a movie where it's like Sharon Stone is in the movie, but she's looking at some woman that's so hot that Sharon Stone feels inferior,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
that woman does not have a career, but Sharon Stone does.
Yeah.
And you're like, where do they get those people? I don't know. What I mean? Like you're so hot, you make Sharon Stone feel
Yeah, I
inferior.
was gonna say,
but
where
then
do you get
can't
people that are hotter than Sharon
No,
Stone?
but, to be fair, Sharon Stone has been used like that in multiple movies.
That's very true.
Yeah.
I know he's canceled, but like she's in
Woody
a Woody Allen movie.
Yeah.
She's in way before Total Recall and stuff.
Totally.
Like, actually, when she got Basic Instinct, she was like 35.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, which is not old or anything,
No,
but it
not at
seems like
all.
a debut movie for her.
That's
but she'd
true.
already had
Yeah.
a career being, Steven Seagal's wife in Above the Law, and stuff like that.
Forgot all
So
about
yeah, it's just so weird.
Sharon Stone and Steven Seagal.
Well, Steven Seagal is isn't he? He's bankrupt over Bitcoin.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he's being sued for misrepresenting.
Just imagine him explaining to Sharon Stone that he's broke. It's like, hey, I got mixed up in some bitcoins and stuff.
I can't send you
That's a movie.
Yeah, we
That's
can't
a
pay the
movie right
mortgage,
there.
baby. We gotta rob banks.
And are you guys fans of Hayden in this movie or in general, what she was able to do?
I remember thinking she was adorable
Yeah.
in this movie.
Excellent.
And it was more of a when Heroes started airing, I was like, oh, dang, I didn't even realize that's a little girl from Remember the Titans.
Yeah. Do you guys watch The Walking Dead still, or am I the only human being?
I think you're the
I
only
think you're the
one
last
that's
person
still there.
alive.
Yeah.
Mark my words, there is a little girl on that show who is going to be a star.
That's cool.
Hayden style, Barrymore style. She's going to be.
There's
I don't know her name.
the little girl. We watched the RuPaul show on Netflix, AJ and the Queen.
Oh, yeah.
And like, it's not good.
No, it's fine.
But it's fine, and it's very
watchable.
sweet. It's very positive. It's very like, here's what the world could be. But
The show
The
got
little girl
canceled,
on
right?
it is-
yeah, it got
The
canceled.
little girl's
She's incredible.
great.
She's the same. This little girl, Izzy. I can't remember her. I think it's just G.
Yeah, I think it's just Izzy G.
But same with this one, where you're just like, you're going to
calling
be
out.
huge in a couple
yeah,
years.
she's
Calling
really
the shot on that girl.
She's real good.
And sometimes you just kind of know, and it isn't about any sort of appeal at all. It's just
No.
something that happens where you're just like, I could see it. Like, I remember, basically, long story boring, an NBA player started dating somebody from a Nick show because they're 19, and people who are on Nick or Disney shows are like 19 too. So they started dating, but it was still kind of weird because you think of NBA people as grown-ups and those people as kids.
yeah, as
Yeah.
kids.
But Ariana Grande was like her best friend on the show. This person who was dating this NBA player.
Oh, yeah.
And she was just like, she had this weird little voice. She was like, yeah, I sound like this. And she was like this weird little pretty girl who had a weird voice. It was like Aquafina before Aquafina type style.
Sure.
And I was like, she's going to do it. And she did it. You know what I mean?
She stays doing it.
Yeah.
She's huge.
That
Yep.
ponytail is doing extra work.
Yep, yep,
Sure
yep, yep.
is. Sure is. All right, moving on to our next movie, which is A River Runs Through It.
Ooh.
Yes. And who is...
I think about this movie
oh my
every day.
God,
He
look
has
at
also
his
not
little
aged.
face.
He has not
He
changed
does
at
look
all.
the exact same. That's weird to say because I can't say he does not look the exact same when like now he's like a hot man.
Joseph
So,
Gordon-Levitt, yeah,
he looks like he is totally aged.
I think what
but
it
his
is-
facial expressions.
I think
are not.
his facial expressions are identical. I think what it is, and you see this with young actors a lot, and it's sort of a toss-up of if they're sort of more mature-looking features, because that's like there's a lot going on in that expression. That is the expression of someone that has lived a life.
Yeah.
And I think
and
that's
it's not happy.
yeah.
Old kids? You're talking about old kids.
I'm talking about old kids, and I feel like that was some of the appeal of Joseph Gordon-Levitt as a child actor was he was kind of an old kid,
Yeah.
like
yeah.
a Dakota Fanning or something.
you
Yeah.
guys-
Yeah. Old kid.
The most important part of this picture, obviously, that has not been acknowledged is the mushroom cut, which is
I
a
know.
cut that I was just the most massive fan of. Bring back the mushroom cut.
It was, I mean, the mushroom cut really was all the rage.
Greg Kelly, my very first kiss in first grade, had a mushroom cut,
Greg.
and I'm telling you, the mushroom cut that was the move at the time. So,
And what are your feelings on the mushroom cut?
Yeah, I know at my school, the mushroom cut boys were just cleaning up. That's been my experience.
It was like it was the go-to hairstyle of elementary school heartthrobs everywhere.
everywhere.
Well, everybody with a bowl could be a barber for a while.
But how did you feel about the mushroom cut plus the rat tail?
No, I was not a fan. No.
Oh yeah, no, that's a rough combo.
Yeah.
That's very Kentucky combo.
I mean, we had it a little bit even in Connecticut, so.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, it crossed state
Did you ever
lines.
have anybody put the beads on the bottom of the rat tail?
Oh, yep. Lot of white boys.
Yeah, a lot of beads.
With craft beads on their rat tails.
Oh yeah.
What a time, what a time. All right, up next we have got Rudy. And coming down the pipeline, the actor in the film Rudy. Oh, look at him there in his Letterman jacket.
If this was not on the page and I hadn't just looked at it, there is 100% zero shot. So 0% shot
Yeah.
that I would have guessed who this
Same
was.
actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
This does not even look like him.
No. Let's just
yeah.
keep not saying who it is too.
It's Vince Vaughn, for those keeping up at home. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, I'm actually positive that this was in a rank-worthy script that I did for Ranker. And I think myself and Dave, who was engineering for me, both went, he was in Rat? Really? He was in Rudy?
What's the name of the main dude from The Wire in real life? Dominic.
Toretto.
No. Did you guys not watch The Wire?
No.
Well,
What is that actor's
Ryan,
name?
what is the name? Is Jonathan yelling at us?
the name
Ryan's
of
looking
the
it up.
lead guy in The Wire, whatever his name is, and I can't think right now. That looked like him, which
Yeah.
means nothing to you guys. Who don't know.
But to the many
didn't The Wire have
to the
many?
many fans of The Wire, however, who are watching at home.
Didn't The Wire have many leads too?
did, but it had,
like Omar and then this guy.
Dominic West. I said Dominic.
Yeah, Dominic.
Dominic West. I'll show you guys.
Toretto.
But what you call it? I always felt like Swingers. It's so funny that I definitely saw Rudy, but I just erased Jon Favreau's part and erased
Yeah.
Vince Vaughn's part from this movie.
Yeah.
And it was just
Yeah.
I saw them in Swingers, and that's the first time I saw them, and that's when they debuted, and they're great.
Sure.
You know what I mean? It's so weird how like you have to get going before. I think that's what's interesting about all these people is like, what did they do before the thing that you recognize them in?
Yeah.
Because there's all this work that has to be done before they get a Good Will Hunting or whatever you first
Yeah.
recognize them as.
Well, it's like, what's her name? Oh, God, I just completely blanked. She's playing the queen in the new season of The Crown.
Olivia Colman?
Thank you, Olivia Colman.
Dominic West.
Yes. Connecting Olivia Colman to the funny lady in Hot Fuzz
Oh, yeah.
will never kind of not blow my mind like a little bit.
Right.
Just because now you've seen so much of her range. Because for me, she was
Yeah.
always like, remember that lady in Hot Fuzz who's really funny and talks about goblin cock and like this and that.
Yeah, yeah.
You're
Is
like,
that
oh, now she's
gobbling
like-
cock or goblin
I
cock?
just like that.
Goblin.
Like,
Goblin.
She talks about. No. That's a very different podcast that I should host. Honestly. About, yeah.
Goblin cock.
The bell.
Honestly, look. You get to talk about anime.
I do. I do get to talk about
Welcome
anime
to
sex on my
Goblin
podcast. Look for Joe's new podcast,
Yeah.
which is about D&D sex.
You're
Yeah.
welcome. I gave you the idea. Don't I get any goblin cock credit?
Yeah.
Yep.
Ryan's furiously dinging the bell.
Just trying to figure out how to navigate this.
Well, I guess this is a good transition from goblin cock into other small fantasy creatures.
Where are you going?
The final film on our list is Leprechaun.
Oh gosh.
Goblin.
Let's see what actor was in this as a small
This one I genuinely did not remember.
baby. Yeah.
Who is it, Rox?
I would recognize her with my eyes closed. It's my girl Jennifer Aniston, yo.
Let me ask you this, friends aficionado. Does this count as a Rachel? Like,
that
does
hairstyle?
any haircut she's ever had a Rachel, or was it a specific?
I do feel like based off of this that she is she's got some kind of a weave going on there. I don't know if you can count it as a Rachel if you've got that kind of a. This looks like actually just a straight up wig on top.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Like maybe she had a mushroom cut and they put
Yeah.
a wig on her.
Yeah.
Covered it.
Yeah, the part on the hairline there is very
Telling.
very telling.
Yeah.
Did
Now
this
that I'm
come
looking
out
at it,
in
that is a little bit of a Spirit Halloween store. Like,
Yeah. Absolutely. No, I was going to ask. So this came out in the '90s. The Leprechaun jazz.
No, this is
Well, this must be in the 80s
Yeah.
because she,
Late 80s, early
like
90s.
88,
Yeah.
80, like 88, something like that.
No,
Yeah.
I would say earlier than that because if Friends is 94, then think about how much older she is in Friends. How old does she look to you guys here?
I mean, she's like 19 in this, maybe.
Yeah, Leprechaun came out. Oh no, 93.
No way.
Wow.
Wait,
I told you, because look, because this is what I'm thinking.
93? You're telling me that the year after this came out, she was shooting Friends.
Yeah.
She looks like she's 12.
She really does.
She looks
look tiny in
extremely
this,
young.
yeah.
Well, yeah, but I think that's
lighting.
styling, and we're talking about the haircut. Like to me, in the '90s, there was two haircuts: the Rachel and the T-Boz. People don't remember T-Boz from TLC, but that haircut was so damn popular. It's like they got a little bob with a little bang action, and then two strips of hair that go down like
strips
this.
were amazing.
The T-Boz strips.
Wait, I need to know when they shot this. It might have come out then, but there's just no way, right? I mean, she looks like a child.
Right, and she's in her 20s.
Well, maybe Leprechaun ran into some production hiccups. That took a while.
Yeah,
They
straight
started
up.
in '87 and didn't finish.
It was like Boyhood, but with a leprechaun.
Now I'm like going down a weird rabbit hole. I'm like, I wonder, did Leprechaun run into any production delays?
Focus, Emma.
Shooting occurred. I got it. Shooting occurred from the 28th of October 1991 through the 3rd of December 1991.
Okay.
Okay, so
But still, she was 22.
Yeah.
She legitimately looks 14.
She just hit,
That's what I would have guessed.
Yeah.
I don't know.
somewhere between this
16
and
at the
Friends.
most?
Yeah, somewhere between this and Friends, she hit puberty.
I
weird,
would
but
guess
that's how-
somebody that was 20
And it
playing
Worked out.
14.
It worked.
It worked out for her.
Pretty lady, Jennifer Aniston. I don't know if you guys have heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm a fan.
totally.
I like
Yeah.
Jennifer Aniston.
I don't know how popular that opinion is, but
I would say the women on that show trumped the men looks wise by
Yeah.
a lot. Just
Like life? What are you?
Friends is a,
saying, I think that
No,
I
you're
think
right.
Lisa Kudrow, Courtney Cox, and Jennifer Aniston are all like stunning.
Friends is a great microcosm for a couple things. One, YouTube channels.
Yep.
Because same. Ed and I are like
goes,
Ed and I are like
sure.
YouTube. Ed and I are like YouTube fives. Real
guys
life
are
sixes.
It's just a sad situation. But no,
handsome men.
but like
But
again,
then also when you're like
yeah.
in elementary school and
Right.
Every girl is 4 feet taller than you and beautiful and like you're still like a little goblin-y. It's like,
We keep coming back to goblins.
you guys want to play Pogs?
Well, no, I mean,
Yeah.
I think that's why we're such jerks at that age, because we crawl out of sewer grates and from under bridges to try to talk to 8-foot tall Amazon women, and
Yeah.
it sets up this weird imbalance.
Some of us
at
never
that
get over
age.
it, and we just stay in front of a Blu-ray wall.
Yeah.
and just yell, "Why is Captain Marvel?" All right, oh god, oh god. Maybe you should.
Marvel is
Maybe
a
if you
woman.
held more
Sorry,
hands
I'm
in
sorry.
elementary school, you wouldn't care so much about what Captain Marvel
That
is
sounds like
doing.
a shot at the East Coast people, though.
Why is
Captain Marvel! Why is Captain Marvel a lady?
Hey!
When I was a kid,
I heard you.
I just feel like this young lady with the shotgun who has no firearm training shouldn't be able to defeat a leprechaun who's magic.
more this, go woke, go broke. That's what I say.
Reverse misogyny.
I can explain it in 2 words. Goblin cock.
Hey! And on that note, we want to thank you all so much for supporting the show. Listen, thank you for allowing us to gather around a table and utter the phrases goblin and cock next to one another in succession many times and get paid for it. We're
Ryan's
so
like, please
appreciative
keep saying it.
to all of you out there. Please like, subscribe, share this video. This is a way for us all to come together and still have some semblance of human interaction in these weird times in
Right.
which we are currently
I haven't seen
living.
anyone but the 3 of you and Ryan in 17 years.
And the goblin. He's just in his little corner doing this. Joe doesn't even have a co-host on this podcast.
Nope.
Just
Just you and a spreadsheet.
all right. Before we go, we're going to do one quick fan question. Just off the top of your head, this comes from @Kelstar22. Kelstar asks, what is your favorite movie title? What's your favorite movie title? Which ones do you think are extremely creative, and are there any you think make no sense? Ed Greer.
I mean, honestly, Die Hard and Pulp Fiction were the ones that
Ooh,
just popped into my
dang,
head.
yeah.
Those two,
Very good movie
they
title.
describe
Very
exactly
good
what
movie titles.
Right. They describe whenever somebody goes, yeah, such and such and such, and the cowardice of John Ford or whatever. These
Yeah.
long ass titles. I'm just like, no. If your grandma can't say it, it ain't a movie title.
Yeah.
Period.
That's fair.
I do think that's what hurt Birds of Prey.
I was going to bring that up.
I think that should have been called Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey.
Instead of Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn, which I love.
I'm
It's a
all for shooting your
super clever
shot.
title, but
yeah. Like you can't have a 4-quadrant superhero movie and then have based on the novel Push by Sapphire at the end of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I
it's
do.
too much. There's just too much.
Yep.
That one got hurt because of it. Edge of Tomorrow is one that makes no sense to me.
No sense.
When your source material is called
Die,
All You
Repeat.
Yeah, like Live, Die, Repeat. But the source material is called All You Need Is Kill, which
is great.
Is a dope
dope.
name.
It's a dope name.
Yeah, that sounds that sounds like a really fun screamo song from like 2004. Yeah. They used to open for Taking Back Sunday.
Okay,
I've
Roxy, do you have a thought?
My favorites, I guess I love old school ones. Gone with the Wind, I think is
Yeah.
a beautiful title. Wizard of Oz, things like that. Clockwork Orange, I like.
All based on books.
Yeah. Yeah,
it turns out books have good titles, you guys.
Yeah, so
Often.
you just have to stick with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess
I'll do two that are similar but different premises. One is
premies.
Premies. Premies.
Let me hit you with the premi.
Let me hit you with a premi.
Just not a quickie.
One is
A goblin quickie.
One is a great title that very clearly explains the premi, which is A Quiet Place. On the other end of the spectrum, you have Bird Box. What the F?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very fair.
Yeah.
I don't get that one. Oh, I have a runner-up for the best title of all time. It's not even a runner-up. It's the best title of all time.
Mm-hmm.
It's Star Wars. Star Wars is the best title of all time.
You just hook them in.
It's just like but again, it's so funny that it's just like everything else in Star Wars. I'll give you a little bit, and then you extrapolate, do all the work, and get disappointed because it doesn't mean what you think it means.
It
you know
is
what I'm saying?
kinda-
Star Wars, Clone Wars.
It is kind of interesting that one is like Star Wars versus Star Trek. Like one's a trek, and one war.
A Trek does sound rough, where it's like,
Star
Yeah.
Wars is about war, and Trek is like, oh, we're gonna keep going. We're gonna go.
yeah. Something that is sort of a negative title.
Yeah.
Like, it's like Star family station wagon trip to the Grand Canyon,
Yeah.
where your dad's going to get mad
And, like,
a lot. Like, that's...
I love
that's not-
Star
that's
Trek.
not a
Don't
good
get
sell.
me wrong, but like I don't know about that. If
Yeah.
you're gonna pick between titles Star Wars or Star Trek,
Yeah.
Well, it's one
rather-
step away from like Star
I'd rather
Schlep.
war.
Star Quest. Star Journey.
I know.
Star Quest
Mission
is a
to the
great
stars.
name.
Star Fun, Star Explorer,
Fantasy Star Online.
Star Search. That was
Volume
a show.
2.
I really...
Star Search.
Really?
Oh my God!
Star
What they
Search.
called it Star Search before
The
Star
moment Star Search was done. Oh my God.
That would have been a great name for Star Trek.
Star
Yeah.
Trek is Star Search.
Well, there you go, Star Trek. We have suggested a lot of ways for you to improve your title.
We fixed you.
we know.
70, I don't think 70, like 60 years into your legacy, you are welcome. And on that note, we're going to wrap things up here at SJU for the day. But before we go, Ed Rear, where can the people find you?
What are you? Somebody making fun of me in 4th grade? Ed Rear?
I said Ed Rear.
What are you doing?
said Greer.
That's what I heard.
Said
I'm sorry.
Ed Greer.
I'm sorry.
There is
Thank
something
you.
about your name that makes me want to say it funny. I agree with that. Like, there's something about it. Like, agree.
It's just so normal. Like when you do a Google search, it comes up me and some baseball player that died in 1910.
What
You know what I
happened?
mean? Natural causes, probably. Anyway, so
Ed took his identity.
oh yeah, I'm like Creed from The Office. I just took his life.
God.
But basically, at Ed Greer Destroys on Twitter and Instagram, and on Instagram you can check out some of my art. I am an artist. And Reboot It YouTube channel where we reboot franchises like Star Wars, Indiana Jones, things of this nature, and Nerd Goat podcast, where we've had a beautiful guest like 2 of the 3 people at this table with me. We got to get you, Roxy.
Well, all you gotta do is ask.
Okay.
And Roxy, what you got going on, girl?
I'm everywhere at Roxy Striar. Also my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Roxy Striar. Also my Patreon, patreon.com/Roxy Striar. If you're ever in doubt, it's whatever the site is, Roxy Striar after that. There are no more of me on the planet, and that makes you guys very lucky.
Yeah. Joe Starr?
I'm just, I can always be found on this side of the table wondering when Roxy's going to have me on her YouTube channel.
Every day. Do you want to come on right now?
Yes.
After this.
That sounds like a threat.
I will turn this car around.
We're gonna unbox things.
I have one thing to unbox right now.
Oh, it could be a joint unboxing.
Hey.
I don't know what it is.
Is it a joint? No. Okay, we gotta go. I'm sorry.
All right, and on that note, I'm Emma Fyffe. You can find me all over the internet, wherever Emma Fyffes are sold. Check out my podcast, Not Safe for Weebs. We talk about weird anime stuff, as Joe referenced. It's like Joe's fictional podcast, except it's real.
Which I think I have to do now.
Yeah, I think you should be
Yeah.
on. You're gonna make your fake podcast?
Yeah.
I think you should.
Goblin cock. Goblin cock. Goblin cock.